How much money do you make on YouTube? Wow. Okay, welcome to the CB Media FAQ video, the 2021 version. Last time I did one of these videos, I only had 30,000 subscribers and a lot has changed since then. On the community tab, I made a post asking you for questions and the ones with the most likes will get answered in this video. I'm also going to be answering a bunch of other questions that I just see pop up in the comments often. Question number one, how much money do I need to live in Thailand? Always tell people, do not come over here unless you have a bare minimum of $1,500 US monthly income. On this budget, you can have a small, clean studio apartment, eat Thai food every day, hang out, have a decent life, maybe go have a couple beers on the weekends and be pretty happy. But if you want the lifestyle where you party often, travel throughout Thailand, have a steak dinner once a week or so, and have a really, really nice modern one-bedroom condo with a rooftop infinity pool, gym, and a bunch of great amenities, your budget for that lifestyle is going to be about $3,000 US per month. The lifestyle that you're currently living in your home country, basically chop that in half and you can come to Thailand and live a great life. Question two, what camera equipment do you use to make your videos? Believe it or not, the vast majority of my videos, probably 75% of them, are made on my iPhone 11 Pro Max, including this video. I use a Manfrotto handheld tripod and Manfrotto phone clamp. And I also recently bought the Rode Video Go 2 wireless microphone system. I'm using that system in this video right now. The microphone with a wind muff, aka dead cat, is actually taped to my chest. I bought this wireless microphone system because I was not happy with my motorbike tour videos. There was just too much wind noise. The vast majority of the time, the factory iPhone microphone system is fantastic. It actually has 3 different microphones, one on the back, one on the bottom, and one on the front screen. And it's not just a smartphone, it's a smart camera system. So it switches between those microphones dependent where sound is coming from. And it's great in 99% of situations. But if there's a lot of wind noise, or you're kind of far away from the camera like I am right now, a wireless system like the Rode Video Go 2, I think that's what it's called, is great in those situations. For some of my motorsports videos, I do hire a second shooter. I hire a Thai videographer friend of mine to come out and get a second angle. He uses a Sony mirrorless, a Sony a7S II. I also have a Sony mirrorless camera. I have a Sony a7R4, and it's a fantastic camera. And sometimes we do use that camera in my YouTube videos as a third angle. I also use that camera for photography. And I edit all my videos in Adobe Premiere. I've been editing videos in Adobe Premiere for 6-7 years, so I've gotten really good at it by this point. But if you're starting from scratch, always tell people to use LumaFusion. If you have no experience in the Adobe suite, that is probably the easiest video editing software to pick up and start making YouTube videos. Are you going to get a car in Thailand? Of course. I was supposed to get one at 250,000 subscribers, but I decided to build a boat instead because I just think it would make for better content on this YouTube channel. It would just be more entertaining. A 500 horsepower turbocharged 13B long-tail riverboat is going to make for insane videos. Don't get me wrong, car videos are coming. As soon as that build is done and that boat is given away, we're starting the CB Media car build. One of the main reasons you probably clicked on this video was for information on YouTube and how to make money on YouTube. But I do want to explain to you guys that the people that are really, really successful on this platform, the ads that you get at the beginning of this video, in the middle of the video, and at the end of the video is actually a small portion of their income. People that are really good at YouTube and really successful at it, they're able to diversify their income streams through YouTube. One of the main ways to do this is working with brands on ad integration. One of the brands that I work with all the time is NordVPN, and they're actually sponsoring this video and hooking you guys up with a crazy deal on a service and a product that you really, really need if you're traveling in 2021 and beyond. NordVPN.com/CBmedia, or just use the coupon code CBmedia at checkout, and you're gonna get a massive discount off a 2-year plan plus an additional month for free. If you plan on leaving your home country, a VPN is a must-have. There are so many websites that are blocked abroad that you use often in your home country. Even YouTube has issues here in Thailand. The other day, I wanted to send somebody a super chat on their live stream, and guess what? It's blocked here in Thailand. If you are in Thailand, you cannot give somebody a super chat donation on their YouTube live stream. I fixed this by changing my IP address from Thailand back home to America, refreshed the page, and I was instantly able to send that super chat donation. Netflix is another one. Even Instagram. Music isn't available on Instagram stories in Thailand. There's so many issues that you're gonna run into traveling internationally on the internet, and not even to mention that you just need a VPN to protect your data online when you're doing your banking stuff international. NordVPN.com/CBmedia, or just use the coupon code CBmedia at checkout. You'll get a massive discount off that 2-year plan, plus an additional month for free. Thank you so much for NordVPN for always supporting this channel. If you need a VPN, support me by supporting the people that support this channel. Thank you. Link is in the description below. Go grab NordVPN today. What visa are you on where you can stay in Thailand long term? I don't like talking about visas publicly because everybody's in a different situation, and every different situation requires a different visa. There's no one visa that fits everybody. It's all dependent on your age, how much money you have, how long you plan on staying in Thailand. You have visas that cost as little as $1,000. You have visas that cost as much as $30,000. Previously, before this whole situation, I've been here about 4 years on a tourist visa. I would come over on a 60-day tourist visa, then go to immigration and renew that visa or extend that visa for an additional 30 days for 1,900 baht. And then at the end of that 90 days, I would leave Thailand. I'm normally not in Thailand this long. I normally come over for a few months, I'll leave and I'll go to Tokyo. I'll come back for a few months, I'll leave to go back to America for a couple months. I'll come back to Thailand again, then I'll head over to Vietnam for a month or so. I'm normally traveling a lot more often. I'm normally not just sitting here in Thailand like this. Getting a long-term visa here in Thailand is not a problem at all. Don't listen to these people on Facebook groups and forums and even YouTube. Anybody that tells you getting a visa in this country is next to impossible or super difficult, they either don't know what they're doing or they have an ulterior motive for telling you that. Visas are not a problem. You need to speak to a visa agent and see what works best for your current situation. If you have further questions or want a recommendation on a visa agent, hit up the link in the description of this video to book a 1-hour consultation service with me, and we can work over your situation together. I can help you and answer all your questions when it comes to relocating to Thailand for long-term living or just traveling around Southeast Asia. Also, if you need help growing your YouTube channel, I'll offer consultation services for that as well. What was the outcome with the motorbike rental company after the accident on Koh Chang? What was the cost of the damage and how was it resolved? Please tell us so we know how to deal with this situation if it ever happens to us. I actually haven't returned the motorbike yet. I still have it. I've been riding around on it for the past couple weeks. It's perfectly fine besides some scratched up plastic fairings. I guess when I return it, I'll make a post on the community tab giving you guys an update on what the damage was from a financial standpoint. How do you support yourself while living in Thailand? Well, now, believe it or not, as crazy as this sounds, I am a full-time YouTuber. Even saying it right now, it just blows my mind. Before starting YouTube, I was in Thailand and around Southeast Asia for about 4 years. And during that time, I supported myself by being a professional photographer, photo editor, and I owned a digital media marketing and advertising agency. I still own that agency, but I don't really work with clients nearly as much as I used to. If I have a long-term client who's a good friend, who needs something from me, I'm always there to help. But at this point, 95% of my income is YouTube and YouTube related income streams. Would you ever do a video about how you record and edit your videos? I think it would be interesting to see. That's not really my style of content. I do more motorsports, adventure, travel related video rather than content about creating content. But you have YouTube. YouTube is a massive resource when it comes to creating, learning how to create content for YouTube. There's so much content on YouTube about creating content for YouTube, it's almost overwhelming. I've learned pretty much almost everything I know about photography, videography, YouTube, marketing, advertising, all through YouTube videos. Use that search bar and just binge through videos and you'll be a pro in no time. Well, not no time. It'll still take you a few years. I've been doing this content creation stuff, photography, videography, for 8-9 years at this point. So I just started YouTube a year ago, but I've been a photographer and videographer for, yeah, I think about 8 years now. Why don't you have a girlfriend and why do you always travel alone? This is a question I get all the time. I don't have a girlfriend because I value freedom more than anything else in life. Freedom is the most important thing that I have. And just like here being on Koh Chang, I decided to come down here. I was gonna stay for a week or two, and now I'll probably stay for a month or two. I wouldn't be able to do that if I had a girlfriend back in Bangkok. The type of girl that I would date here in Thailand, it wouldn't be like a bar girl or anything like that. I would date like a legit girl that had the same passion and motivation as me. And that type of girl would have a day job that she works. And I couldn't just up and leave and go to Koh Chang for 2 months, or even when the borders open, up and leave and go to other countries and be gone out of Thailand for months at a time, and she be cool with that. There's no way that's going to happen. As far as why I travel solo most of the time, it's because I'm creating content. And if I have friends with me, to be honest, it's just a massive distraction. There's so many times that I'm shooting content all day and then I'm just sitting in my hotel editing for hours every night. And if I had friends with me, it would just be a massive distraction. They'd want to go out and eat dinner and have beers and go party and do all this type of stuff. And it would just be a distraction from what I'm trying to accomplish. Most of the time when I travel for a reason. I travel to create content for this channel. A lot of times I wouldn't even go to these places if it wasn't for my YouTube video, but I gotta get out there, I gotta create content, and I gotta put stuff out for you guys. So having friends with me, it'd just be a distraction for the goal that I'm trying to accomplish, which is pump out videos, which I am going to start making more videos more often coming soon. I promise. I know right now I'm only posting about 1 video a week, but soon it's going to go to 2, and then later this year it'll go to 3, even 4 videos per week. Can we get an apartment tour? We want to see where you live and how much it costs. For privacy and safety reasons, I'm not making a video like that, and the reason is there's a lot of people, not a lot, it's a very small minority of people in Southeast Asia and in Thailand that are just kind of mentally ill, and there's a lot of jealous people out there, and there's a lot of people that have been in this country for 15, 20, 30 plus years, and they see the success that I've had on YouTube, and they're really kind of just jaded and jealous. And so for privacy and safety reasons, I prefer not to show my condo. I hope you guys understand. What is the 3 most memorable things that I have experienced in Thailand? One is the Bang San Street Circuit by Thailand Super Series. This is a car race. It's one of the most insane car races, it is the most insane car race I've ever experienced in my life. It's my favorite motorsports event in the entire world. Bang San is a small, oceanside town in between Bangkok and Pattaya, and once a year they shut the town down and turn it into a full-blown street circuit where crazy Lamborghini, Porsche, McLaren race cars that are worth millions of dollars are racing through the seaside town in Thailand. It's insane. I've been planning to make a video about it, but the whole situation keeps having that event postponed, but it is coming to this channel soon. Number 2 is experiencing PP Islands pretty much completely alone. Being able to go there and swim in those crystal blue waters with no other tourist is an experience I'll never, ever forget. Number 3 is the Golden Triangle Motorbike Tour. That was my first motorbike tour and my first experience on a motorbike, riding days and days throughout a country in Southeast Asia, and doing it from Chiang Mai up to the Laos border, all the way up to the Golden Triangle to Chiang Rai, and then back to Chiang Mai was just such an amazing experience. What do you miss most about living in the States? That would be my friends, family, and Chick-fil-A. What do you do when you put the camera down and just relax? What is your social life like? Honestly, because creating content, the lifestyle that comes with this YouTube channel is so insane and so exciting. When I put the camera down and I'm not editing, I just want to chill. I'm either sitting on my couch watching YouTube on my massive big screen TV, or I'm headed out to a bar to have a few beers and shoot pool. Will you ever do a subscriber meetup? Of course. Trust me, this has been planned for a long time. We already have an epic location. We're gonna have some of Thailand's most insane cars on property, a bunch of hot models, music, food, limited edition merchandise. It's going to be next level YouTube subscriber meetup. But I don't want to do it until the borders are open in Thailand and people can actually come and attend, not just the people already here in the country. I want to do it big. How much money do you make on YouTube? Wow. Okay, so I'll tell you, but you need to understand how YouTube works, because a lot of people really just don't get it. There's so much misinformation out there. So when you create YouTube videos, ads are placed on those videos by YouTube, which YouTube is owned by Google. And a company will go to Google and say, hey, we have a budget of, let's say, $100,000 US to spend per month on advertising. They are able to target those ads depending on the interest of the viewers and what the video is about. So if Apple wants to advertise, they're going to have ads that are on tech channels like Unbox Therapy or MBKHD. When you watch those videos and you consume those ads, what happens is YouTube, aka Google, keeps half of the money that was paid for that advertisement. The creator of that video gets the other half of that advertisement. What you get paid per video is called a CPM. That is cost per mile. And it varies depending on multiple different things. One of those things being where the person consuming that ad is located, where their IP address is in the world. A place like Thailand or India or the Philippines has a very, very low CPM because of supply and demand. There's a large supply of ads in those areas, but there's also a low demand because people that are living in Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, India, the wage gap is so large, there's so few people that can afford something like a brand new iPhone 12 that when they advertise to those people, what is the percentage of people in India that can actually afford a $1,500 phone? It's so small that the demand for ads in those countries are also very low. A place like America, UK, Australia, and Canada has a large middle class that do buy products like $1,500 phones. So there's a large demand for ads in those countries. So for that reason, you get paid more when your viewers are consuming ads from Western countries. If you are an English-speaking YouTube content creator, your CPM is going to be between $4 and $8 per 1,000 views. I know that's a big gap, but there's a reason for it. And that is because it varies dependent on the time of year that those ads are being consumed. Any company is going to spend the vast majority of their ad budget in the fourth quarter because it's the holiday season. So during the fourth quarter, demand is higher for ads, so the price of ads go up. In contrast to that, the first quarter of the year has a very, very low demand for ads, so the price for those ads is also very low. So in January, per 1,000 views, you'll get paid about $4. In December, per 1,000 views, you'll get paid about $8. But that's not actually what you're getting paid because remember, YouTube, aka Google, cuts that in half. They keep half that fee and you get the other half. So you're actually getting paid $2 to $4 per 1,000 views. This means if you get 1 million views, you get $2,000 to $4,000. So we know people on YouTube get paid between $2,000 and $4,000 per million views, dependent on the time of year it is. You can use a website called Social Blade to check your favorite YouTuber and see how many views they get per month. I average between 3 and 3.5 million views per month, and I make between $2,000 and $4,000 per million views. Will you live in Thailand forever? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't think I will live here forever, but I think I will always visit Thailand forever. I love this place. It's my favorite country in the entire world, and I always end up back here somehow, some way. Am I going to live here forever? I don't know. I have no idea how this country will be in 5 to 10 years, and I have no idea how other countries like the Philippines or Vietnam will be in 5 to 10 years. Who knows? I might end up in Colombia. I might end up in Poland or Russia, or who knows? I have no idea what the future holds for me as far as where I'm going to be living long term. What other countries have you been to, and will you travel around Southeast Asia more in the future? Oh, 100%. As soon as the borders are fully open, I'm out of here. Like I said, I love Thailand, but I love traveling. I've never been in Thailand for this long of a period at one time. As soon as the borders are open, we're going on crazy adventures, doing motorsport stuff, motorbike tours, all around Southeast Asia and beyond. To answer your question about what countries I've been to Thailand, I've been to Vietnam, I've been to Cambodia, I've been to Singapore, I've been to Malaysia, I've been to Indonesia, I've been to Japan, I've been to Dubai, I've been to Amsterdam, and America. This is normally not the type of content that I produce on this channel. I know it wasn't super exciting. I'm not flying in weird little airplanes or zipping around an island on a motorbike, but I hope you enjoyed the video regardless, and it gave you some insight on me, my past, and my plans for the future. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you in another video very soon.